Vibes are great in Baltimore. The Ravens win again in overtime victory over the Los Angeles Rams, 37-31. Welcome into this edition of Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with a look back on the Ravens' performance. Baltimore advances to 10-3 on the season. The win streak continues, and the race to get the number one seed stays alive in the AFC. Not to mention, Chiefs lost to the Buffalo Bills today, so that certainly helps efforts as well. Lamar Jackson, I got to tell you, one of the things that I talked about going into 2023 was what would Lamar do when it came to his passing ability and how things would open up in this Todd Monken offense. And boy, have they opened up. Today, 43 pass attempts, completed 24 of them, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Lamar made the throws he needed to. Keaton Mitchell led the way rushing with 9 carries for 54 yards. Just had 70 yards on the ground from Lamar. Gus Edwards, 6 carries for 15 yards. And then OBJ. Man, after a slow start to 2023, OBJ has really emerged and come along. A game against his former team where he won a Super Bowl, where he last played. He had 4 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown today. The Rams still got theirs as well. This was an entertaining game. Matthew Stafford, nearly 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. Kyron Williams rushed the ball well over 100 yards on the ground. Then Cooper Kupp was unbelievable. 8 catches for 150 yards, 1 touchdown. A shootout of sorts. It's not always going to be pretty. It is not going to be your best day defensively. But when you find a way to win like that, you will take that any given day. No complaints from me to get this win for the Ravens. Now the injury front. This is where everybody starts to, get a little nervous of some sorts. Let's start with Kyle Hamilton. Left the game with a knee injury, did not return. It is always scary when you talk about a knee injury. That's one where everybody kind of takes a step back for a second here. Kyle Hamilton is playing at an extremely high level, right? He looks as good as any secondary player in football this year. He's been fantastic, whether you put him at safety or nickelback. And this team is not the same without Kyle Hamilton. So I hope he's not out for an extended period of time. John Harbaugh didn't give any updates as far as his status or Devin Duvernay's status goes. But Devin Duvernay goes down, and you hate it because he's an all-pro caliber return man. And that's so great as a receiver. But Tylan Wallace then assumes that role. And Tylan Wallace with a game-winning walk-off return to win this game. I mean, you talk about stepping up. Next man up mentality. Credit to Tylan Wallace. Devin Duvernay's the guy, and we love Devin Duvernay. But Tylan Wallace getting it done, oh, man, that was nice. The Ravens just walked off. What is your one-word reaction? My one word is survival. You survived. It wasn't your best game, but you found a way to win. That's what good teams do. Good teams find ways to win when it isn't their best day. The defense gave up a lot of points. They let the Rams do whatever they wanted when it came to the passing game and the rushing game, and yet they still found a way to win. Survival is my one word. Give me your one-word reaction in the comment section. Let me know. Folks, no better way to celebrate a Ravens win than subbing for Dubs. For daily Baltimore Ravens coverage, this is the channel for you. We're bringing you news and rumors. We have watch parties from time to time, live shows, Q&A mailbags. If you are a diehard Ravens fan, you got to subscribe. Best part about it, it is absolutely 100% free. And we're closing in on 14,000 subscribers. Help us reach that next milestone. Subscribe now for free. Join the family here on Ravens Rundown. You'll be glad you did. Now the statistics. Let's start with Lamar. 24-43, 316 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a pick. Had 70 rushing yards. But the most important thing about Lamar Jackson today, the last 2 seasons, it was around this point where Lamar suffered a season-ending injury, and that was it. And basically was the end of the Ravens season each of those times that happened. Lamar made it through today's game. So, to me, that was just a huge step of just Lamar being available for this playoff stretch, 10 wins, fighting for the number 1 seed, and knowing your quarterback is there. Your quarterback is there and available. To me, that was a huge step in the right direction. OBJ, we got to talk about OBJ. The way that he has come along for this Ravens team, he got off to a slow start to 2023. But now here he is playing a huge role in this offense. he and Lamar have been on the same page. He's been getting some big plays as well. Had that 46-yard catch. OBJ is fantastic. I love what I'm seeing from OBJ, and hopefully this continues. And Isaiah Likely. I got to shout out Isaiah Likely, too. Here's a guy, Isaiah Likely, that I told you earlier in the week has more pressure on him right now than any other player in the Ravens defense with no Mark Andrews, okay, and Isaiah Likely having to step into that role. Granted, it is a collective effort to replace Mark Andrews, not just one guy. But so far through 2 games, what has Isaiah Likely done? 9 catches, 123 yards, and a touchdown in those 2 games since he filled in for Mark Andrews. Isaiah Likely's answering the call. And as I've stated previously, it provides a comfort level for Lamar because you look at this offense, the way it operates. Lamar wants to get the ball through the middle of the field, short passing game, and that's what Mark Andrews provided. Isaiah Likely is still allowing Lamar to continue that as his strength. To me, that's a big deal. Who is the Ravens MVP against the Rams today? We going with Lamar? We going with OBJ? We going with Tylan Wallace? How about our boy Roquan Smith? 10 tackles today, 2 tackles for loss. Chat in that comment section. Let me know who you think was the Ravens MVP. Today's show is sponsored by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is the place to go for daily fantasy made easy. And at Prize Picks, you'll get $100 off your first deposit, $100 deposit match to be exact. When you go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS to play along today. Here's what I did on Prize Picks. I hit on Noah Fant. I got Jake Elliott to have 1.5 field goals made tonight against Dallas. I think that's going to hit. Unfortunately, Jackson Smith and Jigba, the Seahawks, didn't get me 39.5. But don't worry. I can still win with the other 2. You can win on Prize Picks as well. Play along with me. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, promo code CLNS. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. PrizePicks.com/CLNS to play along with us today. By the numbers here, the Ravens offense, this group looks as good as any offense in football right now. 449 yards, 6 yards per play, 310 passing, 119 rushing. They got good balance, and they're getting better when it comes to mistakes. Only 1 turnover today. Turnovers have really come down over the last couple of weeks. And although the Ravens came into this week number 1 in time possession, they didn't even need to win time possession to win this football game. He gave up 410 yards, 282 through the air, 128 rushing yards. You didn't force a turnover, but you still won. You still made the necessary plays to make it happen. Roquan Smith was still a force to be reckoned with. 2 tackles for loss, 1 QB hit. It was a huge step in the right direction. I'm excited about this Ravens team. There's so much going forward with this group. The injuries, yeah, that's not ideal to have Kyle Hamilton in that injury front and Devin Duvernay, but, you know, everybody's going to get banged up this time of year. We'll find out more from John Harbaugh. We'll give you an update on the status of Kyle Hamilton coming up on tomorrow's show, how things look for him, so stay tuned for that. But in the meantime, Ravens win 37-31 in overtime, 10 wins on the season. Let's go get home field advantage now. Why not? Why not us? Are the Ravens the best team in the AFC? They are playing special right now. I feel very good. I'm feeling awesome about this Baltimore Ravens team. It's a lot of fun to be a part of, a lot of fun to cover. If you think they're the best team in the AFC, type Y for yes. If not, type in for no. Chime in. Let us know what you think. No wrong answers here, but I think yes would be the right answer. Subscribe now to a Ravens Rundown. Got a fantastic week ahead on the channel with more news and rumors. We'll also go over everything you need to know with post-reaction to this Ravens team. Any updates we get in Kyle Hamilton, Devin Duvernay, you guys will be the first to know about it here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And keep it locked in right here at Ravens Rundown. Subscribe now for free for more daily Baltimore Ravens coverage. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. Enjoy that Ravens win.